Alma prophesied to his son Helaman that 400 years after Jesus Christ, the Nephites would eventually become extinct through famine, pestilence, and dwindling in unbelief. After he finished prophesying to his son, he went on a journey and they never saw him again. And they believed that he was translated up to God. He passed the torch to his son Helaman. You would think that hearing a prophecy like that would be discouraging. Helaman still went forth preaching the gospel. But yes, the prophecy was fulfilled and people did turn to vanity and pride and their riches. As I was reading this today, I felt prompted to talk about how this fits in with husband and wife and attachment style. In the Bible, it talks about that a wife should reverence her husband. And if a husband isn't like Jesus Christ, then he'll have a tendency to lean on his own understanding and lead them both astray. But a wife shouldn't cling to her husband over God. They both need to be going to God, or they're leading themselves in their own pride. A husband is supposed to love his wife as Jesus Christ loves the church. And the wife is supposed to be loyal like the church would be loyal to Jesus Christ. So when we have a healthy dynamic, both the husband and wife are turning to God for their needs instead of each other. This is what I think creates anxious attachment through relationships. Avoidant tendencies is when you are frustrated that the outcome didn't go your way, and anxious tendencies are clinging to an outcome that you want. Both are prideful if you think about it, because you're wanting things to go your way over God's way. And this is something that I've been taking into consideration with healing my attachment wounds and trying to be more secure, because being more secure is leaning on God for our needs and not for anyone else. Serving people and helping them be loved and being Christ-like through your actions is very different than clinging to an outcome or being angry that something didn't happen your way. And I've noticed in my life, when I'm angry about an outcome not going my way, I'm more avoidant. And when I'm clinging to an outcome, I'm more anxious. As I've been more aware of this, I do feel like it's healing my attachment wounds and making me a more secure person, because I'm realizing that the source of security is Jesus Christ. The scriptures say, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. When we lean on our own understanding, it does create anxiety and it does create isolation. It creates pride. When we think we know better than God, we are being prideful. Even in dating, when you consider the anxious attachment loop, I think a lot of that could be fixed leaning on God when we aren't getting our needs met, because another person doesn't always have the capacity to meet us where we're at. God has the capacity to hold us when we're anxious or when we're avoidant, more so than any other human. So how can we lean on God more in our times of distress?